that all of us need to be respectful of the families and make sure that we follow the facts and the evidence. And that's what we're trying to do here in the Houston Police Department. I will tell you, one of the narratives was that some individual was injecting other people with drugs. We do have a report of a security officer, according to the medical staff that was out and treated him last night, that he was reaching over to restrain or grab a citizen, and he felt a prick in his neck. When he was examined, he went unconscious. They administered Narcan. He was revived, and the medical staff did notice a prick that was similar to a prick that you would get if somebody's trying to inject.
What up, YouTube? It's Coffee, back with another one, y'all, and you guys here, the Houston Chief of Police, Troy Finner there, talking about all this chaos that went down at the Astro World Festival, was being referred to as the Astro World Massacre. 8 killed. They're saying hundreds injured is the numbers that we're hearing. And listen, what he said right there about the needle scares the shit out of me, y'all. Like, hit the comments and let me know if y'all agree. We were chopping it up on a live yesterday a little bit about this. Make sure y'all tap into the lives, you know what I mean, where you can talk directly with Coffee on the different topics and whatnot. And listen, something I often speak about is how through the media, through the news, pop culture, and all different things of that nature, we often see the bad, the bad things that go down, and things get sensationalized and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, we do see positive and good things in the news and stuff like that, but a lot of times the bad or the scary or whatever, the spooky-ish going on is focused on. But the way I always put it is, there's a lot more good people than bad in this world, because if that wasn't the case, if there wasn't, horrible, fucked up things would be going on all the time, where people would be poisoning each other or sticking people with needles or things like that. You know what I mean? We were talking about it on the live, how I'm sure there's these stories that have circulated around. Y'all know what I'm talking about, like urban myths or folklore, whatever you want to call it. That if you grew up on one side of the country and you grew up in a totally different side of the country, even predating the internet era, I'm sure there's a lot of stories that people have heard, and it's like, are they true? Are they not true? And there was always stories of people going around and randomly pricking people with needles that were infected with HIV or drugs, or people sitting down in a movie theater to get pricked in the ass with a needle, and then there's a note attached to it that says you got the HIV and ish like that, and it's like, is that stuff probably true? Is it based on some kind of fact? Did it really happen? I don't know, probably not. But my point is that this scares the fuck out of me, that this is just some pure evil, fucked up ish that happened, that someone, it was just sticking someone, you know what I mean? Because they're like flat out saying, dude the security guard felt that he was pricked in the neck with something. He fell out. They had to revive him with that Narcan, and he was examined by medical, staff, and they indeed saw a wound consistent with that of being pricked by a needle. And this just really scares me, that this type of ish is going on. Like, this is just the evil triumphing over the good, and it's wild too that at least to this point there hasn't been anything that come out confirmed of anyone witnessing this and speaking out and seeing this, you know what I mean? Like, if I seen some ish like that, I'm telling, best believe that, because someone who's doing that kind of stuff does not need to be a free individual. You feel me? I let y'all know all the time, J Coffee Talk is not a street dude. I'm not a gangster. I'm snitching, you heard? But back to those numbers of 8 killed and hundreds injured. And man, it's like, first off, let's get this out of the way. Did y'all hear about a 10-year-old being killed or hurt or something like that? Like, what was a 10-year-old doing at this event? I really don't understand this at all. And if you go on social media right now, you'll see all kinds of videos being shared, people condemning Travis Scott, saying, why did you keep performing? And a lot of people are sharing, like I just saw a clip of an A$AP Rocky concert where A$AP stopped the show to, like, I believe a girl fell and was getting trampled, or something happened to a girl, and he stopped the show and said, help that girl out. And there's numerous other clips from concerts like that that our people are sharing right now and saying, Travis Scott, this is how it's done. This is what you should have did. You know what I mean? How dare you keep performing? And hit the comments, y'all. Do you guys agree from what you saw? Because there is footage of Travis Scott performing while people are falling out, but did he actually know? Did he actually see it? I don't know. But what I will say is something that seems to really not make any sense of how this was able to happen in this way was it seemed way the fuck overcrowded. Like, and there were people who were there who were saying you couldn't even scratch your face. I'm sure y'all probably seen that clip on the news. Dude was talking about he couldn't scratch his face. It was everyone just crammed in there together. You didn't even have your own breathing space, let alone elbow space. And, just period. An event should never be crammed in that much. That's just a recipe for disaster. But it shocks me that it was able to happen in this current climate that's going on with the health crisis. Like, I'm just kind of dumbfounded as to how they were able to pack that place to the gills like that, But there's reports coming out that are saying that Travis Scott is indeed paying for the funeral expenses of those who passed away, which I'm sure, everyone probably agrees that's the least of what he could do. And there's also reports of Travis Scott already being sued by someone at the concert. And I gotta say, man, I think there's gonna be a lot more lawsuits coming. I mean, obviously, we know there's gonna be some wrongful death suits, but there's gonna be so many people that may have been trampled or hurt or, went through emotional distress or whatever. Like, this could really, really put a dent in Travis Scott's fortune. And when I'm saying that, I'm not saying I'm trying to be sympathetic to the dude. I'm just stating what it is, Hit the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. But yeah, man, this whole needle business really, really scared the ish out of me, So tap in with your thoughts on everything that I touched on, and definitely stay tuned for more updates. But let's get into some other brief news.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't understand. Wow. Love, man. Love, man. Hello. Oh my.
So y'all see that, man. Young M.A. hugged up with Halle Berry. This video's been going viral. You heard Young M.A. talking about love, like this is my baby and all that. And this has everyone talking. Is Halle Berry and Young M.A. a couple? What's going on? Halle Berry, I gotta say, guys, can we all agree, still as beautiful as ever? I don't know what age she is. As women don't really like to put their age out there like that, but obviously we can find out how old she is. I'm just saying off the top of my head, I don't know her age, but still very, very beautiful. But what I'm seeing reports of is that this seems to be some kind of promo for a new movie dropping starring Halle Berry that's gonna drop on November 24th. Will be streaming on Netflix. It's called Bruised. I don't really know what the movie's about, but the soundtrack drops on the 19th, and Young M.A. is gonna be featured on the soundtrack. It seems like it's gonna be heavily female artists on the soundtrack. Is all that's being like advertised, you know what I mean? They're saying Sweetie, Cardi B, City Girls, Young M.A. So those are all female acts is all that I'm seeing at the moment that's going to be on the soundtrack. But it seems like Young M.A. and Halle Berry got together and did this video doing some promo for the movie. And as y'all know, when something goes viral like this, it's nothing but good momentum for a movie or some kind of project, because it, you know, creates a buzz around it. But who knows? Maybe they really do got something going on. I don't know. But it just seems like promo to me. So y'all hit the comments. Let me know your guys' thoughts on everything we touched on in this video. Take that quick moment, y'all. Subscribe, hit that bell. Content dropping every day over here if you're new. Music, news, sports, current events, life, and much, much more. And stay tuned today, guys. We got a lot of content dropping. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm up out of here. Peace.